Hi, Internet. I'm John Appleseed. Thanks for joining me today as we tackle the Saturday Stumper Crossword puzzle. This is a very difficult puzzle, meant to be more difficult than your usual New York Times puzzle. It's published every Saturday on the Internet. You can find it in a variety of outlets. I typically solve it on Sunday. Today's Monday, so I kind of waited an extra day to do it just because I didn't get around to it. So let's see how it goes. Stanley Newman is always the editor. There are a variety of constructors. David P. Williams is a name I've seen before, and I did get a heads up in the comments to one of my other videos that this particular Saturday Stumper might be a little bit more difficult than usual. I usually require some hints in order to fill in the grid, so we'll see how we do today. I have done at least one with no hints, but maybe today will be the day when I do that again. One across is Persian product. A Persian can be a cat hair or cat fur, maybe. One down is Confederate, beginning with an H or an F. It wouldn't be fur, it would be hair. Confederate is your accomplice. No. 13 across is able to be reversed. Not sure. 16 across, word from the Latin for bind. I assume the Latin word for bind is something like ligare, from ligature and ligament. I'm not sure what that would be. 19 across, early medical provider. Nope, one down is Confederate. Two down is Coleridge contemporary. I really like Samuel Taylor Coleridge's poems, particularly Kubla Khan and The Rime of the Ancient Mariner. I think mostly for the meter more than anything else. Three down, mind. That can be tend, like tend children, or it could be something else. Four down, aspirants. The Saturday Stumper clues are written to be deliberately ambiguous. So you have to kind of think about what reading of the word or phrase are we looking for here, as in Persian product. I think that's not a product of Persia, but rather something to do with a cat, but I could be wrong there. 5 across is bolt. Nope, 14 across is real ruckus. No, and 17 across is complementary. No, 19 across, that was the early medical provider. 22 across is addressing. Okay, it will probably be a while before I get anything good in the grid that I'm confident about. 6 down, joined forces. No, 7 down, thoughtless. If you're thoughtless, if you don't think. Cold, maybe? 8 down, opening line. Open sesame. No, 9 down, April blank and the June bugs. A rockabilly band. I'm not familiar with their work, but it sounds interesting. Real ruckus. 17 across, complimentary. Okay, we'll try this corner. 10 across, historical qualification. Qualification kind of means a way that you can qualify your remarks, like hedging in a way. What would that be in a historical context? Or could it be a qualification like a certification? No. 15 across, bonus round. This one has a question mark, so it's even more jokey than usual. A bonus round. No, 21 across is water carriers. Pipes, mains. 23 across, ray-like. No, 18 down, precipitation. No, 15 down is neat. 10 down, incredulous inquiry. 11 down, Ruhr Museum locale. Okay, the Ruhr is a region of Germany. I'm pretty sure about that. So what is a city that would be in Germany in the Ruhr? 5-letter German city. Don't know. 12 down, close things or close things. To close things is to shut them down. Nothing in that top section of the puzzle. Okay, 22 across, it's addressing. 25 across is incredulous. Not incredulous inquiry, just incredulous. 25 down, try to fly. To soar, to jump. 26 down, refined. 27 down, join the club, kin. So probably another phrase like get in line, or yeah, welcome to my world. Something like that. 29 across, fish food. Fish spelled like the band or like the scamming technique. Food for scamming, maybe. 34 across, cabin builder's gear. Log cabin comes to mind. Could it be axes or saws? Something like that. Probably ending in an S. 4 down, aspirants. People who aspire to think, yeah, like an S ending for that. I think this is 34 across is going to be either axes or saws. 37 across, a blank name. What's in a name? Your maiden name. No. Try to fly. 26 down, refined. Pure, maybe. Join the club kin. Okay. What about the center section? 23 across, that was Ray-like. 28 down is rock band's origin. A rock band could be a seam of ore in a mine, something like that. 30 across, frill-free. Not frilly, plain. Plain makes a lot of sense, but it seems kind of simple for the Saturday Stumper. 35 across, birds, bees, begonias. Birds, bees, begonias. Things that begin with B. If this were a connections puzzle, that's what I would be thinking. Don't know. 38 across, extravagant or exceptional. No, 38 down is quick flash. 35 down is C, compactly. So we had a 4-letter word for a 3-letter word. And I don't know. 6 down, joined forces. 28 down, that's the rock band's origin. Does an L make sense there? It's for either some kind of geology term or something from music history. No, 23 down, Uber celebrator. Don't know that. And 24 down, Margot and Ryan's president. Who are Margot and Ryan? I don't know what that is referring to. 32 down is surfing waves. Nope, 33 down, tied up. 31 across is for people and nature, sloganeer. Sounds like it might be REI, some kind of outdoorsy type thing. I'm not familiar with it. Minority of Turks. The minority of Turks. So ethnically Turk, but maybe religiously Shia or something. Shia might fit. 39 across doesn't work. Nope. And 40 across is awareness confirmation. Wow. Okay. So 39 down, go without. And 36 down, Saskatoon's silly cider. Don't know what that means. Incredulous inquiry. If I looked at these, yep. Okay, let's try it over here. 35 down was C, compactly. Birds, bees, begonias. Extravagant or exceptional. 40 across, awareness confirmation. No, maybe this corner. 43 across, cutters, floors. So the floor in a hair salon, or the lowest possible price you could cut something to. I don't know what that means. 46 across, Oedipus uncle. Okay, is this just the uncle of Oedipus from the myth? Oedipus's mother was Jocasta, if memory serves. I don't remember his father's name. I guess that wasn't the point of the myth. Uncle, nope. 51 across, Hollywood Boulevard. 55 across, some unexpected blank in far-off seas. Okay, if I spent more time reading Browning instead of Coleridge, I might know that line, but I don't know it. Some unexpected blank in far-off seas. An unexpected isle? What is something you would find unexpectedly in a far-off sea? 41 down is sample of Horatian poetry. Okay, more poetry today. Sample of Horatian poetry. Nope, 58 across, nickname that elides. 24 down. 24 down was Margot and Ryan's president. I don't know who Margot and Ryan are. Were they children of a president? Margot. No. Where was I looking? Okay, Oedipus' uncle. 44 down is eventuated. Does that mean something like caused something to occur, to become an event? Join the club, Ken. 41 down, sample of Horatian poetry. 38 down is quick flash. 35 down, see compactly. 45 across, love blank. 47 across, streaming device. 52 down, miscellaneous. Okay, there's definitely a puzzle that you want to watch on double speed and wait until I start filling things in. I hope I will eventually. Miscellaneous for 52 down. Any? That's kind of like the catch-all category. Could be, but I don't have anything in the grid. 53 down, select group. A select group is a few, the few, the proud, the Marines. This is a YW beginning for, it's 59 across, which is focused on. Could I be aware of? 47 down, evade, antonym. The opposite of evade is to chase, to hunt, maybe. Focused on, no, 56 across, a lo-fi liquid. Don't know what that is. 23 down is Uber Celebrator. 42 down, deprived. Lo-fi liquid. Low fidelity liquid? 48 down, problematic reaction. 49 down, dipped. 50 down, peer group. A group of things you would find on a pier, or a group of peers, or a group of people who hang out at the pier. Stevedores, but we need a 4-letter word. 54 across, classic with hip-hop roots. 57 across, she's a bit different, grandmother. And 60 across, greenpan.com, purchases. Okay, I think I've looked at every clue. This does seem harder than usual. Usually I'll have some at least semi-confident guesses in the puzzle through the first pass. Okay, so I'm not getting anything here. I don't think these are right, because the crossings don't look like they're going to be valid words. So I'm going to take them out. And I'm going to go back to this center section. Birds, bees, begonias. Could it be biota or a biome, or birds and bees are fauna, begonias are flora, but together they would be biota or a biome, a collection of living things, maybe. 35 down, C. Compactly. An abbreviation for a synonym of sea, or the name of a sea. The main, sailing over the main. 28 down, rock band's origin. $24 down. This seems like a clue that once I know it, I'm going to know what it means. But I need the answer first. So is that a 4-letter name of a president, a U.S. president, or a president of something else? So 4-letter presidents, we have Polk, we have Bush. I don't know that plain is correct. Frill free. Precipitation is rain. Any moisture that falls from the sky is precipitation. It can also mean to precipitate something is kind of like to eventuate it. Is it an action? Is it Could it be sleet? What are 5-letter words for precipitation? Sleet is a kind of precipitation. Water carriers. Carries water. Okay, let's go back up here. So I did have a guess as a hair for the Persian product. It could also be purr, maybe, P-U-R-R. Your confederate, or to confederate is to organize to something. Was a 4-letter poet. With a U, no. Mine, I kind of like tend for that, or obey, maybe. Aspirants, okay, not getting anything. Able to be reversed. Are we reversing the word Elba? I've been doing cryptic crosswords. If this were part of a cryptic crossword clue, I would think this is telling just to reverse Elba. It's able, but it is to be reversed, so reverse it and then put that in the answer. Elba is an island. Your help can be your confederate? Maybe obey for mind? Persian product. The French word for tie is lié, and lien is a word for bonds, and I think that's where we get the word lien. Like a tax lien is you're bound. It's something that binds you, it contracts you to pay. So lien makes sense for me based on my knowledge of French. Could this be help? Early medical provider. Is this the name of a specific person? Who's the famous Greek healer? Was a character in Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Oh, I should be able to get that. To begin with PSY. I'm thinking it's a Greek name. Aspirants, wannabes. Wannabes are people to aspire to be something. Maybe we spell it, it's plural. I would put 2 N's in there, but it could be just 1 N. Then Persian product could be a meow, the meow sound. Is Eli or Elia is a crossword word I associate with the word lamb. Is he a poet who wrote a poem about the lamb? So then confederate is to put things together, to meld them. Okay. Early medical provider. Day? Well, that doesn't help. 22 across, addressing. Maybe this isn't wannabes, aspirants. I liked that. Is it the day nurse as opposed to the night nurse? They were on the early shift. Wannabes, only one E. Okay, that makes sense. Yes, they want to be BE. Yes. Addressing. Brief drives for 20 down. Are they Uber rides? Brief drives beginning with a U. And addressing. Incredulous. Incredulous means believing, so maybe if you are incredulous, you are non-believing. Doesn't quite fit. Non-believers. Nothing in there about it being plural. Could these be drives in a computer? It's got to end in an S, right? A drive could be your car, a utility vehicle. Something could be known as a ute. So if you drive a ute, you might refer to your utility vehicle briefly as a ute. Did you say utes, Mr. Gambini? Love that movie. Addressing. Attention? That was what you would put in an address to specify the exact person it should go to. I don't really like that. As an answer, 5 down, egghead. Yeah, well, I'm not crazy about utes either. 5 across, bolt. 14 across, real ruckus. 17 across, complimentary. That can mean it's free. It can also mean that it goes with something else. Does that, or would that be with an E? Egghead. The head of an egg. I don't know what that would be. Could it be U's for brief drives, U-turns? Dressing, fish, food. No. Okay, let's try axes or saws, refined. W here, join the club, kin. Try to fly. Okay. Wow, not doing well today. I think day nurse might be right. Early medical provider, that makes sense. And we should be able to get this. Is a URL isn't a drive, a web locator. I think it might be Utes. Try to fly. All right, 23 minutes on the clock, and I have nothing in the puzzle. Let me take another quick look at some of these. Real ruckus. 15 down, neat. Historical qualification, bonus round. Water carriers, ray-like. All right, I'm not feeling confident I'm going to be able to finish this puzzle. I am going to reveal this word. Flabbergasted. Incredulous. Okay. USB drives for 20 down. It is computer drives. USB drives make sense. if you're addressing a topic, you might say, as to this topic, then egghead flabbergasted joined forces for 6 down. Seven down, thoughtless. Can we get 28 down? Rock band's origin. Let's take out iota. We know this G is right. A rock band might originate in a garage. That's typical where rock bands get their start, their early practices. Uber Celebrator, 24 down, Margot and Ryan's president. With an S. So maybe it's the first name of a president who had children named Margot and Ryan. And the use of first names in the clue tells us we're looking for the first name in the answer. So, Margot Truman. Margot Truman rings a bell. As maybe Truman's daughter. His wife's name was Bess, I think. So could it be Harry S. Truman? Where's the last letter coming from? No, maybe that's not right. 18 down, precipitation. 15 down is neat. A drink served neat is on ice. Bonus round. Complimentary. Water carriers. Let's try pipes. That's something I was thinking about. Is it a spate of something would be a precipitation of it? I don't know about that. Incredulous inquiry. I'm flabbergasted, so I'm going to ask this question. And I don't know what it is. Essen is a 5-letter city in Germany that has an E here. Let's try that. Close things, or things that you use to close something. Things that are close are what? Bonus round. Across ray-like. Like a sea creature, the ray. And then an E, maybe. I feel like it's time to use another hint. Maybe we'll use another one of these long answers. Complementary. Yeah. On the house. Okay. Both flabbergasted and on the house are things I would have gotten easily with crossing letters, but I didn't have any. So what is an egghead? I know this E is right, and I know this O is right. Joined forces. Consorted. Thoughtless. And opening line. April, May, and the June bugs makes sense. Maybe it's May spelled like that. April, May, and the June bugs just make sense in terms of, names of months there. Bolt. To flee, to shut something. Real ruckus. And this doesn't make any sense to me. All right, let's try 6 down. This is my third word. Consortiums. Okay, consorted was the right root, but the wrong variant of it. To roll could be to scram. Opening line. We know this H is right, and we know this, well, we don't know this A is right. ABC. Going through the alphabet in my mind. H-I-J-K. L-M-N-O-P. S-T-V. That doesn't make sense. This is something like a brouhaha. It could be a smarty, a thoughtless, I must have something wrong here. Is it, I know on the house is right, and I know flabbergasted is right. I don't know that Daners is right. I know this S is correct. Ray-like. Well, this just isn't a good puzzle for me. I'm not getting anything from this. Incredulous inquiry. Is it a stupid question or something like that? Historical qualification. Close things. Let's figure out what ray-like is. Okay, adjective piscine, having to do with fish. Then precipitation is haste. To do something in a hasty manner is to do it precipitously. Oh, on ice is wrong. Water carriers. Neat is no ice, not on ice. It's without ice. Okay, on the rocks is with ice. Okay, I was wrong there. Water carriers are what? I like S and lines. Haste, not hasty. Frill free. Bonus round. Close things. Let's find out what the incredulous inquiry was. You did what? Yet? Nosh? Water carrier can be your metaphorical aide, somebody who carries water for you is your kind of right-hand man kind of thing. Okay, I like that. Noise. No ice. No, I will come back on this clue again. I think it was noise for neat. No, it's no ice. AIDS, yeah, I can see that. Yet is a qualification. Surely I could always be that way again, and yet I've grown accustomed to the trace of something in the air, accustomed to her face. So things that are close would be these as opposed to those. Okay, I can see that. Bonus round for nosh. Nosh is like a little snack. Oh, yeah, okay. Nothing in there to indicate. You don't talk about a round of food. It's like, I guess, a round of a meal. Bonus course, maybe, of a meal. Okay, snack. You did what? All right, what's that, 5? I'm going to have to go back and see how many clues I've revealed, but it's been more than normal, and usually that's at the end of the puzzle. Can't figure anything else. Okay, let's see if we can figure this. So we know on the house is right. I don't know that scram is correct. Like, hoo-ha, is that like a hullabaloo kind of word? You might say ah when opening your throat for the doctor. Okay, to do something just from memory without thinking about it is to do it by rote. And then the first letter, the first sound of the word egg is a short E. All right. I don't like clues like that, but there we go. And actually, a lot of people say egg with kind of a long A sound there. Okay, short E works. Consortiums wrote. Okay, let's see if we can finish the puzzle now here. What is this president? Is trite frill-free? Not really. Uber celebrator, like somebody who celebrates an Uber ride. Or I'm thinking like it's a passionate fan, something like that. Tame, maybe, for frill-free. Let's look at these again. Try to fly. To flit, maybe? Fish, food. Lures. Fishing is, with the PH, is trying to lure somebody into a scam. Refined could be luxe, as in deluxe, and that gives us axes, which was my first guess for cabin builder's gear. Maybe a bird trying to fly would flap its wings. Pet name works as a phrase. And then 27 down, join the club. Are they? It doesn't help. Okay. 40 across, awareness confirmation. I am aware. I confirm that I am aware. I got the memo. I saw it. 38 down, quick flash. I had a guess down here, didn't I? Some unexpected isle in far off seas, just thinking of what would you find in a sea. Horatian poetry. Theater backer is a scrim. That is that screen behind the performer when they're out on stage. 44 down, eventuated. Nickname that elides. $24 down, the president, who I can't think of. Nickname, that doesn't make any sense to me. Oedipus, uncle. Creon, maybe. Trying to think of Greek names that might fit here. If it came to, if it arose, I think that might be a meaning of eventuated. the eventuality, eventuated. It arose. Nickname, Mel? Melvin? Mel elides. Cutters floors. So is this something about sawing? Rodeo Drive is a boulevard in Hollywood, although Hollywood Boulevard is also the name of a street. Well, thread the needle are the what is this nickname? And 27 down, join the club. Could this be something else? Sample of Horatian poetry. Horatio wrote odes. What's 52 down? Miscellaneous. Select group. Evade antonym. Uber celebrator and deprived. Awareness confirmation, streaming device. Wow. So am I going to have to reveal one more? Let's do one more. Tell me about it. Awareness confirmation. Pen name instead of pet name. Aren't what? Aren't we? Join the club. Aren't we? What? So the floors of a place where sawing takes place are what? They are saw pits. Saw pits, yes. Epode, I think, is something from poetry, maybe? So if it's not Rodeo Drive, is it just road? Aren't we all? Yeah, join the club. You and me both, brother. Aren't we all like that? Okay, so road something. Some unexpected aisle looks right. Mel. Mel is a nickname for Melvin, or maybe another name like that. How does Mel elide? We know this I is right, and we know this S is right. So it's not Ivan or something like that. I don't know. 38 across is extravagant or exceptional. 38 down, quick flash. In the blink of an eye, see compactly. There's a Baltic Sea. Is it the Balt? I don't think that's right. Rock band's origin. Uber celebrator. Nope. Okay, what about here? Love blank. 47 across. Extravagant, beginning with a B. It's blink, right? Quick flash is a blink. It's over in a blink. It's over in a... Is this roadkill? Hollywood Boulevard. None of these make any sense. Maybe like the glint of an eye? $36 harass minority of Turks. I'm going to try Shia for that. Tied up for 33 down and 32 down. Surfing waves. Wi-Fi for web surfing. World Wildlife Fund could be for people and nature. Tied up. A ship is made fast to the pier. Doesn't work. Fails? Loafs. You're lazy. You don't work. You loaf about. Okay. Go without is to maybe lose. And then 36 down. Saskatoon's Silly Cider. Saskatoon is a place in Canada. I don't know what silly cider means. Is it south or southern or sour? Love lost. Streaming device. Nope. 47 down. Evade. I'm going to try hunt. That seems to be the only four-letter opposite of evade I can think of. Focused on. Lo-fi liquid. And Hollywood Boulevard. Erode. This might also be a K. This could be blink or something else. This might be something to look up, a reference to Saskatoon. I just don't know what that is. Southpaw. Southpaw is someone who is left-handed. Maybe in Saskatoon, they say you use your silly side instead of your left hand. Okay, not a phrase I've ever heard before. Love lost is a phrase. No love lost. 42 down. Deprived. Streaming device. For a hose for streaming water. Maybe. Or it could be a fire hose. I think you're going to end in hose. Yes. Okay, so then 48 down, problematic reaction. $49 down is dipped. Sopped? Nope. 50 down, peer group, beginning with an E. Classic with hip-hop roots. She's a bit different grandmother. Don't know what that means. What would you buy on a site called greenpan.com? Pans. Walks, maybe. Four-letter word for pans, okay. Problematic. Oh no, I guess that's a reaction that shows it's going to be a problem. A classic with hip-hop roots. Dipped, sank. Anna as an anagram of Nana. I don't like it when we stray into cryptic crossword territory. Let's have some anagram indicators here. Peer group. I don't know this. ERAs? ETAs? How is that a peer group? Or is it eras? If this is a hip-hop song, I probably don't know it. Fat is a word from hip-hop culture. Run through the alphabet here. G-H-I, G-K-L-M-N-O, P, EPAS? Doesn't make sense. I'll try fat and ETAs for peer group. I don't understand it. Deprived. Doesn't make any sense. To evade could be to find. Okay, I like that. Focused on. Lo-fi liquid. Road. Is it the road to something? The road to a place? The road to ruin? The road to hill? Uber celebrator. I might have to reveal that one. Okay, party animal. And this isn't love nost, it's love nest. Okay, deprived is bereft. Lo-fi liquid, that doesn't make any sense. And focused on. Not making any sense there. Okay. Frill free. If your speech is frill free, it is terse. Isa and Mel, how do they go together? If we put biota back in here, geode as a rock could be the origin of a banded rock, I guess. Extravagant or exceptional is gaudy, and I guess Balt is an abbreviation of the Baltic Sea, which I've never heard before. Balt is a people who live in the Baltic region. Consortiums, geode, tell me about it. I don't understand ISSA, ISSA, is Margot and Ryan's president. And I don't understand how Mel, is it Melissa? Melissa and Mel. Okay, Mel could be a nickname for Melissa. Yeah, all right, that does make sense. All right, Melissa and Mel, and I don't understand. This is a reference to the actress Issa Rae. I'll have to let me know in the comments if you know that. I'm going to have to Google that when I'm done here. Okay. That does give us a G for the beginning of 38 down, so it's probably a glint. And the glint of an eye, or the... I think this is the road to... And then nothing else makes sense. Lo-fi liquid. Find is wrong. Evade. The opposite of evade. Yeah, find makes really a lot of sense there. What is this liquid that is lo-fi? I don't know what that means. Focused on. Bereft for deprived. I like that. Quaff is a word for a drink. Miscellaneous, etc. Any? And focused on. All right, let's try focused on. You dwelt on a topic. Okay. Miscellaneous. Odds is in odds and ends. Drano could be a liquid, maybe. It does give us a D here. Is it the road to home? I don't know how that makes sense. Well, I like few now for select group. The road to fame, maybe. A boulevard of broken dreams in Hollywood. Okay. To face someone is to not avoid dealing with them. Decaf coffee, maybe that's low fidelity. Okay, so miscellaneous is odd. You don't know how to categorize it. And bereft does work for deprived. And F will finish the puzzle. It was right. I was still worried about ETAs or ETAs as peer group. Are they Greek letter ETAs? And fat, I'm just guessing fat. I guessed T there mostly because fat is a word from hip hop culture. I don't understand ETAs or ETAs as peer group. I don't understand Issa as the president of Margot and Ryan. I'm just going to have to Google that. Okay, so how many clues did I reveal? Probably all the long ones. So I really didn't solve this puzzle at all. I just kind of filled things in. This is how I used to do the New York Times crossword. I would buy the spiral-bound notebooks, fill in as much as I could. I'd look in the back of the book for one answer and then see if that helped me and repeat that process. And over time, I got better at doing it without looking anything up. This was just a horribly difficult puzzle for me. All of these clues, except for the ETAs, ISA, Balt. There were a couple clues like that where I just would never have thought of Balt as sea compactly. Even though I was thinking of the Baltic Sea, I can see how it kind of makes sense, but it doesn't work grammatically for me. All right, well, that was the Saturday Stumper for today. Let me know how you did with this one. And I agree with the person who commented on my Saturday New York Times video that this is a more difficult than usual Saturday Stumper, I think. And the Saturday Stumper is hard enough as it is. Saskatoon Silly Cider. Okay? Southpaw. If you don't live in Saskatoon and you've never heard the term silly cider before, again, once I had Southpaw in there, I can see, okay, that must be a term in Saskatoon for a left-hander. But I don't know that. All right. Thanks for watching this one, if you watched it. I will keep this on the channel as a reminder to myself about how difficult these puzzles can be and how far I have yet to go when it comes to solving the Saturday Stumper. All right. Thanks for watching. Please come back for more puzzling games. I'll see you next time.